That's so interesting. Which is your biggest contract? Can you tell us? Like, which is the biggest contract you got? You went back to the wife and told her, "Oh, how you call that? They make a motor."
I know there have been many. What has been my biggest contract?
I mean the one that you get. There's a time I was working at Copycat.
I know Copycat.
Yeah. I was paid 13 Gs. I took that 13 Gs to a guy called Al Yassin on Lutuli Avenue. And he gave me a 10J. I remember that thing like it was yesterday. Which one is that for you, man? Which one is that one for you where either you bought the car or, it took you out from this level to the next level?
I think it's when I bought my first car. I got a job. What was it? I got a job from a SACCO in Nyeri. It was called TAIFA SACCO. They paid 1.5 million to deliver their systems. And we built our system within a year or so. And I mean, I was crazy excited. The second, I think that was my best, maybe. So when Safaricom started MPESA, at one point, the system collapsed. Can't remember which year. And they had no idea of a guy who could fix that problem for them. And they brought us on board to try and help them with our system. And that was the contract.
That was it?
That was it, because, I mean, we got the contract to manage MPESA for them for years. The problem is that I have a perpetual revenue of M-Pesa that I am supposed to be paid. So for every M-Pesa transaction, my contribution is supposed to be paid 0.25% of every transaction.
For fixing this problem?
No, after that now. So M-Pesa crashes, their system crashes, and they desperately need somebody. I'm in Tanzania. I'm in Tanzania in Moshi. So by then I'd consult for Microsoft. Microsoft was trying to roll a program called Mouse. It was a program where Microsoft would train people on understanding Microsoft technologies. So after I'd left Microsoft, I'd still consult for them and I'd do stuff. So they had sent me to Arusha. Then Safaricom has crashed. They call me and I'm saying, I'm in Arusha. They charter a flight for me from there to Nairobi. Now, it was my first time flying back on a private chartered flight.
Chap, get here.
Nairobi, yes. These tundeges, the ones that would shuka, the ones for 5 people, when you shuka and you feel like the world is coming to an end. And then these buggers sent me back home to kill me in this flight. I land, we fix the M-Pesa problems, and I get to know the guys at Safaricom. And I get to know their business and I understand it.
So fixing this problem is already a big check?
It's a big check, yes. Once we get paid, we do our thing, and then we get into something called aggregation management of M-Pesa, where M-Pesa was struggling to get acceptance of their products. More so because they were big on person to person, but they had no solution for when that money is trying to pay a business, businesses would refuse money. So we came in and we provided integration where we would provide settlement, instant settlement for businesses. And meaning that we would have individuals come in and receive. So when you come to Kibe's business, somebody will pay via M-Pesa. But Kibe is saying, I want my money now. If I've sold you this pot, I want it now. The rest of the biashara between you and M-Pesa, I don't care.
I want my chums now.
I want my chums now. So we came in and provided that entire integration. So we integrated with the commercial banks and we integrated with on the back end of M-Pesa, and we would provide settlement ourselves. For that, we want to be paid 0.25% of every M-Pesa transaction.
0.25%.
So every single M-Pesa you make.
Every time I send a sock, you're making 2.5 shillings?
Yes. Okay. Of the M-Pesa transaction amount.
Oh, the transaction amount.
The revenue that I've been
okay. I get it. So from the 27 bob or
yes,
28.
or whatever amount is. 25% is my money.
Yeah.
And the contract went on for years. Sadly, that we have been in court with SAFARICOM over that issue for years. They have not been paying our money for years.
So the deal is still on.
I mean, on paper, yes, but I mean, if the chums are not checking in, is the deal on or off?
Did the chums check in at any?
They did, yes, for years. I mean, they did, yes.
What is the biggest here?
I mean, by then we would manage as big as what, 1 billion, 2, 3 in terms of transactions every single day in terms of settlement. Then from that we would collect our revenue. So the revenue would be maybe 10 million, 5 million, whatever amount of money would come in, depending on the revenue.
Per what?
Per month.
10 million?
Yes. From the 0.25%.
You guys will make 10 million?
Yes.
Per month?
Yes.
Hey. I'm even getting tired.
But now the problem is, one day, I'm traveled to Dubai. SAFARICOM terminates my contract. Now, it was a contract for perpetuity, meaning whether or not I am out or in, I'm still not supposed to earn my money. I see a headline: East Africa data handlers get sued for 20 million lost on M-PESA. So everybody's calling me and like, you've been sued for this. And I'm like, yes, SAFARICOM had terminated the contract. I was not aware they would. We were trying to negotiate this issue of settlement, and all of a sudden moved to court, and we're here today. But the complexity of the problem is that SAFARICOM themselves caused this problem. There is a lot of theft within M-PESA that a lot of guys do not realize. If you're a settler and you're we were the aggregators and service providers for that service. So if you're a business, and I'll explain to you in very simple terms. So this is the M-PESA transaction. When you, on that end, send money to Kibe business, which is here, I'll receive a notification from M-PESA broker instantly saying, Kibe business has received 100 shillings from Kamau. So give Kibe business 100 bob. So I would transfer 100 shillings to Kibe's business account. Are we good up to that point? Now, we would be managing close to about maybe 100 to 200,000 different Kibe accounts, businesses. So do you have visibility of all of them? We don't. So you can't log into all of them manually. So you'll have a platform that manages them. But in the back end, you'll find engineers from SAFARICOM would gain access to these admin accounts, create another fake business. So call it Kamau and NJOROGE and Sons or Juguna Business Technologies. They would send 100,000 to that business. Okay? I would receive that notification and provide settlement to that business instantly. So transfer the 100,000 instantly to their bank account. Okay? So my money has left my bank and gone into that business. They log in again, and what would happen at the end of the day, there will be a sweeping. So every end of day, we would sweep all the money on all this platform, on the entire M-PESA system, into one M-PESA holding account. So all of it would be swept into one single account, and we would pick our money, and the rest would go to SAFARICOM and all. But what would happen is that if they transferred 100,000 to Kibe, the fake Kibe account, they would have admin rights to that account. Remember, nobody else was supposed to have admin account other than me, or super admin, meaning the users, the individual Kibes and all that have admin, but I have super admin. Then they would go ahead and initiate a reversal of that 100,000 back to Kibe, to themselves.
And they've already gotten this other 100,000?
Yes.
So you are going at a loss?
Yes. So imagine you doing that 100 times in a day.
So how long does it take before you figure something like it?
Took us 3 months to figure out you're balancing off and you're losing. Maybe you find you have 100 million here, you have 50 million lost here.
And who pays for that? Isn't it insured?
No. And that was the risk we bore.
So this was now, you have to negotiate now with Safaricom.
You see, now they refuse liability of this. Yet they are the ones who've done all this hullabaloo.
That's very interesting.
So that was the deal that, I called Madame and I'm like,
we're fucked. Hey.